It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes. Out to the 25-yard line.
Fix the outlaw. 57 to Mike. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Night, sweetheart. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. That's the pass. Check. Fresno.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Here's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Sponge. No.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
At the Seahawks 25-yard line.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe, deep. Hot Switch. 57's Mike. Yo. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Hey, defense. Come on. Move. That's it. Hey, check, Mike 57, Mike 57. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Here's Jackson to throw, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score. Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
At their own 23-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Seahawks, first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
48.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Check 14. Check 48's the mic. Hey, what? Under 10. 12.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Hey, 0-0-0. Check 4, check 4. Bang, bang, bang. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check your hot read.
Hey, let's go double count right here, double count.
48.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want him to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson got him in. It's Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson now. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
48 Mike.
36 power.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. 48 to Mike. Rip left. Mike.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Four down. He's checking Crab. Got it.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tyus Bowser, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
57. Mike, 57. Let's go, defense. Slam. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
A gain of 14.
On first down, Procise. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
14.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. He may try and... Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
He's taken down back at his own 8-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
You think you gonna get this? 36.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check. Crunch. Get a roll. Rest. Hey, check. Echo. 57.
Watch the run.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
He nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game.